Yesterday I started teaching myself how to solder copper pipes. I reused this old fitting and this old pipe. Didn't have any tools other than this flux, which I called solder paste, and then this plumbing solder. I have a Bernzomatic torch, and I believe that's MAP gas in there. I bought it with the intention of learning this before. So I do handyman work, and I haven't really done any soldering work for handyman. I usually use a press tool for copper, or just convert over to PEX when I'm doing any plumbing work. But I'd like to add this on to my repertoire. So I went to Lowe's last evening after learning what I could with what I have. I purchased, let's zoom out a little bit, purchased a flame protector. This will be used in a wall should I try to solder inside somebody's home. I don't want to burn it down. Let's see. I got a contractor pack of 1/2 inch 90-degree elbows. And then I also got a 6-in-1 brush that will clean, and it also has a reaming tool built in, so it'll take any burrs off of. So that's what I got. Let you go look at that. At Lowe's, I'm in northern Indiana. Roughly $50 worth of materials as far as that goes to practice and be able to do the soldering. So now I'm going to fire up the torch and take this fitting off and try out that brush and see how clean I can get fitting and also the pipe. I'm not sure if this needs to be fully heated when I run this reamer, or if this is strong enough to actually break up old solder on its own. So I'm just gonna use it a little bit and then have a look inside. It goes in pretty difficult. Hopefully I didn't screw up the brush. It looks way cleaner inside than it did before. Going to run this a few times around. So it's definitely cleaner. There is some solder melted on the bottom of this pipe, so maybe I do need to run the probably gonna try to burn myself here if I'm not careful. Definitely not clean. Still have some solder on there. I'm not sure if that will make a huge deal or not. I'm going to try out one of these brand new fittings, see if that makes any difference, how easy it slides on. It definitely slides on pretty easy. I'm going to clean this new fitting. So I'm just using a wire brush to scrape it down on the inside. This tool has got a deburrer built in. I'm not sure. I think that's only for the pipe. The fitting is too wide to go in there. But I'm going to give this another try here. Put some flux paste on it. Slide this on. Being a clean pipe, it definitely slid on way easier than the old one did. So now I'm going to heat it up. And I was told to go a 45-degree angle in the comments, and I don't know if that's in line with the pipe. I always have tried to go this way, but I've never really successfully done any soldering, so I'm going to give it a shot, just kind of like this. It looks like it soldered the joint. I was trying not to get it super hot. I'm going to spin it and see what the bottom looks like. The pipe isn't too hot to touch. Just don't touch the end. It looks like it's got solder all the way around, so I assume it sucked it in. One thing I do want to try is a vertical joint. So say this 90 degrees pointing straight down. I want to see how hard it is to get a piece of pipe vertically in there. Pipe cutter. Well, I don't have a pipe cutter in the shop. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is raining quite hard. So I found a newer piece of, so I'm going to give that a try. I think it doesn't currently fit in, but I'll use a deburring tool and clean this up. See if we can get it. So I'm going to detach this for now, just so I can use the jaws to clamp it. Gentle pressure here. I don't want to crush the pipe. Just going to clean this pipe off. I'm going to use this tool here to. I don't know if that brush is technically for fittings only, and this is for the pipe. You only need to do the outside. That deburring tool seemed to have done a little something on the end of this pipe. So I'm going to put this one that I just soldered back in. I'm going to make the elbow face down because that's what I want to see what I can do. So I'm going to try to get it in this configuration, see how hard it is to solder straight up. Zoom in a bit. All right. So I'm going to add some flux paste to the end of this piece of pipe. Just trying to demystify this for myself. Never really given a serious effort at being able to solder anything, so slid right in. Looks like there's some extra paste here. So I know I need to the fitting. I'm worried about whether the pipe will fall out the bottom or if I need to hold it. I'm just going to heat it up and see what happens. I can't tell if it's going in or not. I definitely got solder on it. Alright, I'm going to get a little closer to see this joint. I'd appreciate if anyone who does soldering often could let me know if they think it would hold water. It's hard to tell for me. It definitely looks like there's solder all the way around. I don't know if that's a good joint or not. I'd like to be able to do it where it looks more clean, I guess. And I don't know if I burnt that or if that's a problem. So just let me know what you think. I think it looks every bit as good as what you see in the field when you're fixing plumbing, but I don't want it to just look as good. I would like to know how to do it right. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think and how I can improve.